fella that was helping me through the airport, he said to me, he goes, Japan is much, much better than South Korea. Do you think Japan is better than South Korea? I have just arrived here in Seoul, in South Korea, ready to start my Korean adventure. Perfect. It's arrived. Woo! And I'm missing one more attachment that goes on the front. One more piece. This is what they gave me so much trouble about at the airport. Thank you. I have arrived in South Korea. Woo! And this is Trey, and he's helping me with my bags. And just like Indonesia, my bags get their very own wheelchair. Check it out. Got to turn off my camera in just a few moments, but this is the airport immigration office that's just through here. I've just gone through immigration, that's just behind me. They asked if I could stand to get my photo taken, which is pretty funny to ask anyone in a wheelchair that. But there's another desk I got to go to, and they took my photo and stamped my passport, and I'm officially in Korea. It's like Christmas unwrapping my presents. I have now got all my bags, all my things, and I'm ready to enter into Korea. Just got money changed, and 100 Australian dollars has got me, again, a big bundle of Korean dollars. So I've arrived in the first toilet in South Korea. It looks pretty nice, but it's very dark in here. I don't think the lights are working. Also be aware in South Korea that in the airport they've got male accessible bathrooms and female accessible bathrooms. They're not unisex. There's individual cubicles. So I opened up a door and I was yelled at by someone that worked there. So just be warned. I just discovered something that's life-changing, and it's called an eSIM. So no longer do you need to arrive somewhere and then go find a phone shop and then get a SIM card and put it in your phone and throw it out again. So you can actually order it and have your data ready to go. So as soon as you land, your eSIM just goes, clicks over, and bam, off you go. Gimpo International Airport Station.
Gimpo Airport subway station.
That one?
Line 5. Transport to line 2.
Do I need a special metro card? How do I get a metro card?
Transportation card. Downstairs.
Yeah.
Go straight for about 5 minutes. There is a convenience store. You can buy transportation card.
It was funny, the fella that was helping me through the airport, he said to me, he goes, you come from Japan? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, why'd you come to South Korea? And I was like, oh, on a holiday. And he goes, Japan is much, much better than South Korea. This place is huge. Underneath the airport, there's a passageway, and they've got travelators. Everyone's on the travelators, which means that the middle is empty, so I could just bang it in my power assist. If you want to buy a transport card, you can't get one from the metro. You have to go to a convenience store. So I'm on the way to a 7-Eleven. There it is in front of me, and I'm going to go get myself a transport card. I found the 7-Eleven. And the door is a sliding door, so I don't know how you get in here. Hello! Hi! Wow, the shop is so narrow, I literally cannot move around here. They've got stuff stacked around everywhere. I need to buy a metro card.
metro card. 여기 all metro card. You can choose any one.
Oh, thank you so much.
이거 5,000이고요.
5,000?
Card price 5,000.
Okay, cool. So I've got to buy this and then top it up. All right, thank you. All right, I'm having a bit of fun backing out of this very narrow shop.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Arigato. Thank you. 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 All right. I have a metro card and a bottle of water. Once you have your metro card, which is my cute little card here, you then need to put it in the machine to top it up. So my first experience in the metro wasn't great. I asked for instructions and the lady just kept yelling at me. But this awesome guy is giving me a hand and showing me how to get through the subway.
Dangsa station.
I have survived the train ride and I have arrived at the destination. Tell you what, definitely an experience. And people are looking at me as if they haven't seen a person in a wheelchair before. I'm getting a lot of stares.
Surprisingly, check-in went well, the room is accessible, I've slept, I've smashed some food, and I'm ready to explore South Korea.
I've just left my hotel. I'm ready for a big day adventure here in South Korea and Seoul. There are some very important things that you do need to know about traveling here. Number one, Google Maps does not work very well here. In fact, when you look up a business, they're often not accurate. I looked up a barber shop, turns out it had been closed for 5 years. So you need to use an app called Naver Maps. Communicating with people can be a little bit challenging here because a lot of people do not speak English. There's an app that you can download called Papago. This app is really, really great for translating English to Korean. Come with me today and let's see how much we can explore in one day in South Korea. I'm just about to arrive at Hongdae. Hongdae is a very popular spot for shopping, cafes, food, and also nightlife. It can get extremely busy, I've been told. So I have arrived in Hongdae and it's very early in the morning. It's actually 9 a.m. And I forgot it's Sunday, so everyone's been clubbing here since all night. And there's a few people in the street that look like they've just rolled out of the nightclub. There's one guy over here just beside me, yeah, he's definitely intoxicated. As Hongdae is completely empty, I thought I'd use this as an opportunity to get some selfies with some street furniture.
I've been thinking about you, boy. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about is. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about is.
I love it how the taxi services just pull up right in front of the intersections here so that people can't actually cross the intersection. Well, that was Hongdae. Unfortunately, everything was pretty closed, but from an accessibility perspective, it's pretty easy to get around. The footpaths are all smooth and easy to get over. Just be mindful that some of the footpaths just outside this area are a little bit shitty with all the pavements coming up, but it is a pretty cool area to go check out. I am now on my way back to the train station and I'm about to get on the train and head to the CBD. It's now almost 10 a.m. so who knows, it might be quiet, might be busy, but let's go check it out. I have arrived in Gyeongbokgung Palace. I am greeted by this lovely staircase. Hopefully there's a ramp around the side that I can use to get in. The main path leading from the main entrance all the way into the side here to the palace is a stone path. It's a very, very bumpy path. It's not really suitable for manual wheelchair users. Well, you can get over it, but it's very bumpy and it'll be very challenging for a power chair user. There is compact gravel that is on either side of it, which you can roll over. However, there are parts where it's a little bit soft. When you enter, you need to be able to buy a ticket to be able to get into the palace. The ticket area is just behind me here. It costs you around $3 Australian to get a ticket. There is a little bit of a lip to get up to the ticket machines, so just be mindful. It's a bit tricky to get over in a manual wheelchair or a power wheelchair. Once you have got your ticket, then you need to go up the ramp. Be mindful there are two ramps. The one on the right is the ramp to get in, and the one on the left is the ramp to get out. Once you get to the closest point to the palace, the stone pavers get even more bumpy and uneven, almost impossible now to wheel over. But one thing I've noticed is that there is a path that goes all the way around the palace, which has concrete dirt. The path is a little bit narrow, so if you're in a large power chair, it might be a little bit of a struggle, but it's definitely more suitable to get around than the big pavers that are everywhere. I've hit a dead end, and this is as far as I can get to the palace. The rest has got stairs on either side. It's a pretty cool activity just to come and check this out. Such a beautiful place. And there's people dressed up with dresses everywhere with traditional wear. It's pretty special. I just found a path that goes on the outside all around the palace. And there's buildings that surround it all the way around. It's quite beautiful. And the path is compact dirt, but it's actually quite easy to roll over, surprisingly. And there are ramps everywhere that lead up to all the different spots. So it's actually a lot easier to get around than I first anticipated. And I was just struggling up one of the hills just before, and one of the ladies who was dressed up in traditional dress, she gave me a hand getting up the ramp, which was really cute. So the people here are really sweet. all the way around on the outside of the palace are these statues. It seems that these stones are doing their job today by protecting the palace. I would definitely recommend the palace for wheelchair users, but just be mindful that some of the areas are definitely very bumpy and a little bit tricky to get over. It's great that there's accessible bathrooms as well. You will find there are parts that you just can't access. The majority of this place you can, and it's really beautiful, and it's so wonderful to get a bit of a grasp of the traditional culture here of South Korea. Next stop is Seoul Tower in the middle of Seoul, and that's where the cable car is. And I have to get a bus. I haven't got a bus before in Asia, so this will be a good little experience to see what it's like getting on and getting off. I have almost arrived at my stop, and the really great thing is the app here tells you when the stop's about to approach.
Please get off at this bus, stop and transfer.
So I just arrived at the midway point for the bus, and there's another bus you can get on, but I thought, hey, I might just wheel. It didn't look very far on my maps to the tower, but then I realized the tower is up a hill. Have a look up that massive hill. There's absolutely no way I can wheel up there in my wheelchair. I have arrived at the bottom of the tower, and everyone's just getting off the bus. It was a windy bus ride. It went all the way through the winding up the hills. The view of the city on the way up was pretty incredible. You need a bit of core stability because the bus rocks around a lot as it takes the turns. So you need to make sure you hold on tight. It's a little bit chaotic because there's so many buses that are arriving at the same time. So there's people everywhere, and the pathway is a little bit steep being on a hill. So I've arrived at the base of the mountain to get up the hill, and I noticed the bus doesn't take you all the way up to the top of the tower. It takes you to a spot where you then still need to climb all the way up, and the hill is extremely steep. And I just had two guys just offer to give me a hand. They're from California, and they pushed me all the way up the very steep hill. What amazing humans they are, because I was looking at the hill going, there's absolutely no way I'm going to get up it. I was actually at a point where I was like, okay, I'm going to just get back on the bus and head back. But I've just got up here now, and I've just had a look out over there behind me, and the view over the city is absolutely breathtaking. It's just one of the most beautiful views. There's a cute little row of market stalls here where you can get things like bracelets, little toys to hang off your bag. And they've actually got these, they look like Christmas trees covered in locks as well. The tower is absolutely incredible. I've just got my photo taken against this green wall. And now I go into this sensory corridor. It's really dark in here with specks of blue light. I think it's designed to allow yourself to adjust to the darker environment before you go and see the observation deck. There's some awesome animations that run the entire length of the wall. It's a real kind of Disney experience. The only difference between this and Disney Experience, this one's accessible and inclusive. It's such a build-up when you go through the black area, and then you get into the lift with all the music, and then the lift opens and you go to a walkway and it's just full of crowded people and screaming loud children. It's definitely a bit underwhelming once you get up here and you're like, oh, that's what it is. But the view is really great. It really is the most incredible view. You can see all the way through to China, just over there. The Sky Observation Deck was an absolutely awesome experience. It was just a little bit crowded and full of people, but apart from that, definitely would recommend it. And just behind me, I just rolled out, and then there's a big display, and I got to see The Last Airbender. How cool is that? So I found my way to the cable car, and you'll notice actually this door looks like it's the entrance onto the cable car, and it looks very locked at the moment. I've got the attention of the people on the other side, so I'll see if they can come and help me and show me how I get onto this thing. So one of the staff, I've just managed to get their attention, and I think they're going to try to organise a cable car for me to get on somehow. So we'll just hang out here and see what happens. So they didn't let me onto the cable car. Turns out I have to buy a ticket, but the place where you buy a ticket is not accessible, so I can't get to it to buy the ticket. So they're going to go work out now how I get a ticket. Meanwhile, I'll have to wait here for quite some time for that cable car to go all the way back down and all the way up again. Anyway, Welcome to inclusive tourism, hey? When you get down the lift and you think you're done, you're not done yet. You've still got one more hill to get through. Check this one out. So I found the lift that I need to take, and unfortunately it's out of order. So I'm also on a hill at the moment, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to get there, so this will be interesting.
있어요? 리프트가? There's another lift.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Over there.
가시면은
I love that.
저쪽에 예.
Thank you so much. Oh look, it's a rental scooter blocking the path. Yay, there's another lift that's working. Thanks to the friendly people that gave me some instructions on how to find it. Woohoo! So I've just spent the last probably hour just looking for a way to get onto the train station. One lift was out of order, then I jumped on another lift, which then went down, but then there was no lift to the platform. So they sent me back to another lift, which was the same lift that I went to that was broken. So then I wheeled down the road about 10, 15 minutes and found another lift. Turns out it's just the next station along. So I won't lie, I'm feeling a little bit exhausted now, as it is trying to navigate around subways and public transport with a wheelchair. And my battery is on 10%, so it's about to die. But my train's coming now, so let's hope that I get this one right. This railway station, every single entry point is really narrow. There is no wide one set up for wheelchair users at all. So if we can roll through this one together. Just. Anyone that's ever been to South Korea in a wheelchair will tell you that finding the lifts when you get to stations is very, very tricky. They're often hidden and you have to wheel long distances. All the train stations will have a wheelchair icon next to the boarding gate where wheelchair users board. This is the wheelchair accessible bathroom here in the train station. It's pretty well equipped, however there is no power for the lighting, so it's actually quite dark in here. My camera lights it up to make it much brighter, but yeah. And automatic doors, which is kind of nifty. If you need to order a ramp, this is the instructions on how to order one. Whenever you get on and off trains, you need to make sure that you tap on and tap off. In South Korea, to tap on and tap off, you simply just put your card against this reader and it will give you the balance you have remaining on your card, and that's it. And simply just wheel off. One thing you need to know about walking and wheeling etiquette in South Korea is that everyone drives on the right side of the road. That means that when you're walking on footpaths, you also need to walk or wheel on the right. In the subway, they sometimes have arrows on the ground to direct you. Be mindful that the shops are very narrow and it's a tight squeeze to get through. I can only just fit through the aisles in my narrow manual wheelchair, so you might struggle in a power chair. Wow, what an adventure. I finally arrived at the museum after jumping on and off train stations, trains, train lines. I'm actually surprised that I've even made it here. And I'm in the basement of the museum and it's like a car showroom. Everyone's parking their beautiful cars here. And guess what I found? Wheelchair accessible car parking. Look at that. With this beautiful ramp to get up. Check that out. All right, this amazing human just gave me a push up here. I lost a lot of time in the subway, so I'm going to do a speed through and just see if I can wheel through fast and see as much as I can in 25 minutes. Well, the museum is definitely a pretty great experience and it's very accessible once you get inside. And this is actually the main entrance just here. There's actually a lift about 1 inch just to get up before you can actually enter. And then you have a ramp, a really steep ramp that you then roll down to get in. So if you are going to come with people, definitely come with someone that can give you a hand to get in. And there's actually a footpath that runs along the side here and it's extremely narrow as well. So as much as the museum is accessible, The area that's around here probably isn't so accessible, and getting here from the train station is a bit of a uphill ride. So yeah, wish me luck, because now I'm going to try to find my way down the hill and hopefully find the train station. My trip to South Korea has come to an end, and what a beautiful place. I actually was completely surprised about how beautiful it is and how much there is to offer here in South Korea. I only had one full day of activities, but boy did I get so much done over that day. The transport system in South Korea is absolutely amazing. Pretty much all the stations have lifts, and it's easy roll-on access onto the train with no steps. I rate the transport 4 out of 5 stars. The footpaths in South Korea are pretty great, but in some areas the footpaths need some attention with pavers sticking up. And also some of the tourist attractions also have some bumps and uneven grounds to get over. But I rate the footpaths 3 out of 5 stars. The people here are absolutely lovely. I only got to see a handful of attractions on the one day, but I felt that they were very accessible. It was really easy to navigate and get around with accessible bathrooms. The amazing thing about South Korea is there's accessible bathrooms absolutely everywhere. So whether you're in a public place or going to a train station, and they're also large, easy to use with automatic doors. The food here is absolutely incredible. It's probably one of my favourite things, and it's really, really inexpensive. It costs you about $9 Australian for a meal, depending on where you go. For accessibility, I rate South Korea 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I definitely recommend it for someone with a manual wheelchair. If you're in a power wheelchair, just be warned that the lifts are also quite small here, but for people with visual impairments, there's plenty of tactile pads. If you are coming with a disability, I probably would advise that you do bring someone to give you a hand. There are spots with some steep hills, and a lot of the shops and cafes don't have automatic doors. Thank you for joining me on my South Korea adventure, and together, let's go wheel the world.